We are joined now by a very special guest, one of the founding fathers of this great nation, Benjamin Franklin. Ben, if I can call you Ben.
Please do, Tom.
Thank you for being here on Top Story. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for coming to Philadelphia, my hometown.
So what does this mean to you? 250 years of this great experiment called America. Can you believe it?
I find it hard to believe. I always thought that we were imperfect, Ben, creating an imperfect country, but as perfect as we could be. And to see that you have made it last this long gives me great delight.
Well, it was because of so many of your great ideas. What do you remember about the signing of the Declaration of Independence of that time that made this country so special?
Well, we signed it on August 2nd, but on July 4th, having that final vote was a very special day. It was very hot, as it is today, but it had rained very hard the night before. Caesar Rodney had come all the way to Delaware to cast one of the deciding votes, and I remember thinking that we were truly doing something that would cause us all to be together. I said at the time, surely we must now all hang together, or we will hang apart.
Yeah, the Declaration, clearly the great legacy of the Founding Fathers.
Well, thank you.
What else do you think is so important on this day and age? If you look at 2026, right, and you think about the current era that we live in, what do you think from the Declaration of Independence up until now has withstood and made this country so perfect?
I think, without question, what we created, a republic, is about participation. That we have seen over the generations, over the centuries, more and more people participate in this country.
250 years. Do you
Yes.
use moisturizer? How do you stay looking so great?
I swim every day.
Okay.
I bathe frequently. I brush my teeth. I stay away from tobacco. I don't know why I've survived, and all of my fellow countrymen are long gone. But they put me on money.
What is one of your sort of tech sort of cheats that you like? Is there any type of technology that you love now, Ben, that you're using a lot?
My mother, Abaya, always told me to be useful. And when I did my work with electricity, I was always imagining how it could be useful. And, of course, you know I'm a newspaperman, a journalist.
Yes.
And so seeing electricity being applied towards the sharing of news that's something I use. I really enjoy getting my news through electrical sources, like you.
So, speaking of news, you were a news mogul. You made so much money back in the day from the news business, and you're also sharing a lot of great ideas. What do you think of the current sort of era of news right now?
Well, we always had a problem with people spreading news. You know, in 1735, a very good friend of mine, John Peter Zanger, had a case in New York that was argued that he went to jail for a year for saying something unpleasant about a governor of New York. And, in fact, he was found not guilty because it was determined that what he had said was true and not seditious. And so I think we've always had a danger of people using the news to spread personal opinions. But that is the nature of a republic.
Yeah. What can you share about some of our fellow founding fathers? Any sort of gossip, any sort of nuggets, anything you remember about your old friends?
Well, I will tell you, we do have nicknames that we call each other. James Madison, I don't want him to see this, but we do call him Little Jemmy behind his back because he's so precious.
Yeah.
Samuel Adams has often referred to as the angry boy.
Okay.
But would you like to know what they call me?
Yes, I would love that.
They call me Dr. Fatsides.
Dr. Fatsides, why? You look svelte. You look like you're in shape.
Stop it. You're just being nice.
No?
No.
Did you like that nickname, or did it bother you?
I embraced it. It did not bother me. I actually would, on occasion, I have one sister, Jane Meekum, who I will sign letters. Your dear brother, Dr. Fatsides.
Yeah. Do you ever?
You have to allow people to make fun of you.
Are you ever asked to autograph Benjamin Franklin's?
I am
You are?
often. Though, we had actually discouraged people from putting anyone's face on currency. I designed a lot of early currency. And if you think about it for a second, the idea of putting someone's face on currency seems very aristocratic to me. And I understand you didn't start doing that until the 20th century.
Yeah. Maybe it's an ego trip kind of thing. Who knows?
Oh, no, I'm very humble.
Were you ever upset you didn't
Famously humble.
You didn't go for the big one? You were never ever president.
I was far too old. I made it to the Constitution, but then I don't think I'll make it much longer than that. General Washington, I hosted the Constitutional National Convention, but I stayed away the first day they elected the president of the Congress. I think General Washington was the perfect choice.
Do you ever get the bug? You ever thinking about a third-party run now, maybe 2028?
I don't think that. I don't think we want a president in his advanced years. You don't want a president in his 80s. I know.
Talk to me about the thing you're most proud of 250 years later.
Oh, that we have survived, that the Constitution continues to inform us, the notion of amendability. As I said, participation, seeing more and more people. I offered one of the very early bills to Congress attempting to end this barbaric practice of holding our brothers and sisters in bondage. Seeing the end of bondage is, without question, our greatest accomplishment.
Benjamin Franklin, it's an honor to have you here with us here on Top Story. You are by far our oldest guest, maybe our most wise.
320.
We thank you for being here, Ben, and I hope you have a great weekend and a great time celebrating 250 years.
It's going to be delightful.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.